Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these super cute little bows using the Big Shot Machine and a die cut bow die, and I've done these in these super pretty transparent jelly material. Like I said, with these, like I said, they're very simple to make. The die shape actually looks more complicated than it actually is, so I will show you. And I got my version from Rainbow Craft Supplies, and I actually got a deal on mine, and this particular style, which is this one, cost me $8.99, which is a really good deal for a small bow die. You normally pay anywhere between £15 to £25, and you get the two sizes on this one, which is a 2.5, and these super cute little tiny ones, which are 1.5. They're so cute, so adorable. They'll be great in glitters and other transparents and just standard materials, you know, standard leatherettes and things like that. It's just summertime in the UK, so it's making me want to make them this way. Now I will show you with this transparent, because it'll be good to show you how to actually place the material on the die, because I cut fully just using the die by placing them, cutting it in the bit and putting it on, whacking it on like this. And what happened is the top one came out the right way around, so you can see the design's the right way, but in this little version you can see the cats, or the raccoons, the wrong way up. So when you do this, you do need to cut your pieces individually if you're doing this, and you need to make it so at this moment the transparent pieces are the right way up. When you place them on these dies, you want to place them so that the material's upwards, because we're going to wrap them and they go like this. So I'll show you. So what I did is I worked out the size of this and cut the sheet down, and this is the one that's going to be this way. And it needs to go this way, because once it's made up, it's going to wrap round so we can see this. And then this version, this way is this. So we've got the mermaids here. We want the mermaid's head or the print to be facing the top edge of the die, and that it's this way round, but we're still covering the whole area of the there. And again, I have got my Big Shot plates. Place that all on there. Sandwich that through. Turn your handle until they have completely gone through the machine. In my case, move mine out of the way so you can't see it anymore, and take the plates off. Now do be careful with your plates, because I am a nightmare for leaning on them and all sorts of things, and actually causing myself physical harm and cutting my elbows and my hands. So with this, you can see I've got the two pieces. I've got the top bit, I've got the bottom piece, and I'll move the extra bit there. And now this one is cut so the little cattycorns and mermaids are the right way up. And this one is cut, obviously it's pattern print, so it's easier to do anyway, but it's still the right way up. So like I said, if you're going to do it, or you're using the same sheet, and like I said, it's one way, you've got the print either way, you do the top one so the top edge is facing there, and the bottom one so the print's facing the edge of that way, so you get them both the right way around. And that is a key trick. And remember to do your prints down, because we are wrapping them like this. So that's two key tips on this particular die. But like I said, it is super cute. And I already have one that I had cut which matches these, which I will show you. I've got this little clip for this one. So this is the same ones as these, and I got the green, the peach and the purpley pink, and these were all from Unique Craft Supplies, and I'll put the link for this in the description below. Now with mine, I do like to sew my jellies, because I find that they actually stay together and they don't pop open. If you're going to use standard leatherettes and standard things like that, glue will be absolutely fine. But if you're going to use jelly of any material, then I would suggest sewing, and I will show you how quick it is to do this. So I have just double threaded, and I've got my black thread out today because I've run out of white and it's still on order. So with this one, and I like to use some clips, just had some to hold it in place while I'm working. So I like to line it up so that this goes across here, and then I clip that this side, and then you fold it over so that your tail legs are in the same place either side. And your centres in the centre. Like this. And with this is the other good thing about this particular material and this particular dye. You can glue your clip this side and you can glue your clip that side, and it doesn't really make a difference on how it looks. They look a little bit different. So this is if you did it this way, and if you flipped it over and did it this way. Now if you're doing a print where obviously it was a pattern, you could only do it one way because otherwise you'd see the white at the back, but these materials it works both ways. Like I said, the printed ones where you'd see the inner. So say on this version where you've got like the white on that side, and I fold that in, show you quickly. So on this side you'd see the white, so you'd put the wrap around this way so that you can see all of the pattern, if that makes sense, whereas you couldn't do it that way because you've got the white inner or the white back of the bow. Okay, so you've got two ways to do it with the transparent, where they're transparent all over and it's a multi-solid, or like I said, you do it the cross side way where you can see all the pattern on this side. And like I said, with my needle and thread, all I do is, while that's held in place, from the back right through the centre where it all comes through, all the way through, one back, and then I do a little wrap around just a couple of times, and then what I do with the extra is thread that over, pull that through that loop and do it again, just for security, to make sure it's not going to come open. And like I said, I have tried so many combinations of glue, they just do not hold on this particular materials. Like I said, standard glitters and things like that is fine, but like I said, jelly materials of any type, and I did get some to show you the different versions that I've got. I've got full glitter, holographic pinch ball, and like stars. They're all different levels of thickness and like softness. And like I said, none of them glue with traditional super glue, hot glue, combination of like your E8000, your T6000. I've got Gorilla adhesive glue. Tried them all. Eventually, whether or not it's the next day or a couple of days later, especially with the heat in the UK with our extra humidity, it just doesn't stay fully stuck. So, 1 minute. Do apologise. I had a little bit of ribbon for this one because I tried to glue just the centres alone, but it is so fiddly and it is such a nightmare, and I glued my fingers with super glue like 4 times. So I'm going to show you a trick to do this first. So we're going to add the clip. I'm just going to move these out of the way now that's done. Like I said, doesn't matter when you've got this material, you can do it either side. So we're just going to glue that down there. And then before we wrap the centre, I'm going to add a tiny bit of ribbon that matches the colour. And this is just going to give this something to grip onto in a minute, because like I said, otherwise it's gripping onto itself and it just slips apart. And like I said, that is with super glue, that is with glue gun glue, that is with a combination of both. And like I said, believe me, I have tested it, and then it is currently, was it 29, 30 Celsius in the UK, which doesn't sound like a lot, but our humidity makes it like a tropical heat that you can't get out of, because all of our houses are built to keep heat in. It doesn't work in this because we don't have air conditioning units in any of our homes. They're just too expensive to run when half the time it's much colder, and it just traps. It's like being in a sauna 24/7 where you can't get out of it until it rains and the heat just goes back into our autumn, which we are all eventually thankful for. I will always take autumn and winter over summertime. Autumn, winter and spring over summertime. So I've done that, and then I've got the matching centre which I cut out from the die. I'm going to do a super glue gun combo, and we're going to use that ribbon that we've just wrapped round as an extra grip, because this will actually give it something to stick to instead of the metal of the clip. And again, it doesn't stick very well to metal without that extra, and again that will help that stay attached to the bow, the clip attached to the clip as well. Clip to the bow. Couldn't get my words out there. You can tell I haven't filmed in a little while. And this is the bit that is trickier, because like I said, this is now going to grip to itself, and again it takes some time and some patience to actually get this to work, and you do have to add like a little clip or something to hold it in place, because it will pop. It's the only thing I don't like about this material. It is so pretty, but if you want to glue it on itself, right, so I've got that in place. I'm going to keep that clip a little bit open there, and I'm going to take this clip here, and I'm going to use that, and I keep that on. Now it might sound daft to some people, but like I said, heat and humidity here, I will keep that on for a good 24 hours until it sets and looks like this. And they are so cute. These remind me of little cheer bows, which is why I love them in this particular style. And like I said, I will link in the description below the die itself. And like I said, it works on these kind of styles. Like I said, pay attention to your placement for these. Again, when you are making these up, if you've got the pattern, you would wrap your centre this way, because that way you would see the whites. And like I said, make sure you've got your pattern printing this way up, and you want it so it's against the die that way. If you're doing it the other way, you want the print against the die edge that way, and you can just use the guide to cut it so you've got the right amount, or you could run it through with the Big Shot and have a card piece so you know how much to cut for each one. But they are so cute. They're cute little bows. They're a bit more unusual than some of the ones that are currently out there, and like I said, it is a very good quality die for the £9 that it currently was at Rainbow Craft Supplies when I brought it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.